Hello again, Dan Alasso here with an update on the work that I'm doing to move my Substack Making History and Lifelong Learners blogs over into this new web vault. I guess that's what I'm calling it now. And so what I've done so far is I've been sort of feverishly putting stuff in there. I think I've got about 473 posts that I've moved over. So there's a lot going on in this thing now, a lot more than it used to be. And you can see what's going on by looking at this really super busy graph. In order to back away from it so you can see it all, you actually have to go so far out that you can't see labels unless you actually hover over something. Now, this thing that I'm hovering over right now is the Ranneys, and that is something that I wanted to talk about because I have gone and I have taken the primary source letters that I had of the Ranney family, and I have put them all in here. There are about 65 letters plus some additional stuff on the Ranneys. There's a little bit of a biography of them and a description of how I found out about them. And then there are these series of letters that I found in a manila folder in a file drawer in Ashfield, Massachusetts, and they let me read them and photograph them and transcribe them. And so what I've done is I've created this entire collection of kind of this family history that I published into an ebook. Maybe I'll publish it into an actual hard copy book, but I had created this ebook. There's a YouTube video about it in the first letter. The first letter actually is from 1834. The final letter is from, what is it now, 1886. So it spans a 50-year period in the middle of the 19th century, and there's a lot that they talk about. But it's not some elite archive, and it's not newspaper articles or that type of thing. So what it actually is the actual interests and concerns of these 6 brothers and 1 sister as they lived their lives in Massachusetts and Western New York and Southwestern Michigan. And then at the very end of it, the son of the guy who stays in Massachusetts actually gets involved in writing letters as well. So it's a multi-generational thing. But mostly it's about these 6 brothers and the 1 sister who writes, I think, only 1 letter. So I think it's really interesting. I hope that people will find it interesting. I was really fascinated. So what I did in each of these is that I have photographed them, and you can see the photographs, you can see the writing, and then I've also transcribed them. And that'll make it a little bit easier. And in the earlier ones, what I had been doing as well is I had been actually narrating them, and I had been doing a kind of a podcast. I didn't do them for all. Maybe I will go back at some point soon and do them for the rest of the ones that I haven't done. But for the ones where audio is available, there is a link to the original post, and there's also a link to that episode on Spotify where I narrate the thing. So I hope people will find that interesting, and I hope it will give people a reason to contribute to my efforts and to get access to this. And so, of course, the other thing that will be interesting about this is that a lot of this stuff is going to be linked to other things that I'm working on. And so that's only going to get more linked because, like I said, I've only got 473 out of well over 1,500 posts from my 2 Substacks in here right now. I think I've completed Lifelong Learners. I think I got everything that was in Lifelong Learners in here now. But there's still over 1,000 posts from Making History that I'll be continuing to bring over here just as quickly as I can. So this is a good time to get in on the ground floor. And I hope you found this interesting. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you again very soon.